Hello everybody, my name is Sunny. We're going to do some Gentle Hatha Yoga today, and we're going to focus on opening up the hips and the pigeon posture and warming up properly for the pigeon posture. The biggest thing to remember during this class is to go at your own pace, to hold the posture for as long as you like and come out when you're ready, to take a break whenever you need to do that, and to give yourself permission to do that, as well as modify if necessary. So watch for modifications, especially if you have any knee injuries or hip injuries. It's better to do the modifications. So without further ado, we're going to get started. We're going to start with centering and breath work. So coming down onto our backs, lengthening out through our fingers and toes, great big stretch. Out through your fingers and toes, take a deep breath in. Hold your breath for 3 seconds. And then release with a great big sigh. Just letting go of some of that tension. Let's do that 2 more times. Take a deep breath in. One more. Okay, we're going to adjust our arms along our sides, palms up, drawing your shoulder blades downwards. And we're just going to take a moment to drop down into our bodies, just to notice what's going on with our bodies today. So bringing all of your awareness to your feet, notice where your feet touch the ground. And then slowly moving upwards, doing a body scan. Just noticing any feelings or sensations that come up, like tension or discomfort, or where you're storing it. Just noticing, just checking in. Interesting to notice what's going on today. Okay, we're going to bring our awareness to our breath. As you inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. Inhaling for the count of 3. Exhaling for the count of 3. Making an intention of being present, mindful of your breath during the practice today, creating that mind, body, breath connection. We're going to lengthen the breath, inhaling for the count of 8. Exhaling for the count of 8. I'm going to move into the Dirga Pranayama, the 3-part breath. So breathing into your belly, your ribs, your upper chest like 3 balloons, and then exhaling from the top down, chest, ribs, belly, for your full Dirga breath. Pulling all 3 parts up. Exhaling down. Okay, and just taking that Dirga breath with you throughout the practice today. So you exhale, slowly bend your knees, and then bring one knee to your chest and then the other one into the supine child. And then just rocking back and forth, pressing your lower back into the mat. Massaging your spine, waking the spine up. Okay, let's lift our feet to the ceiling and point your toes. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. And then rotate your ankles one way and then the other way. Okay, grabbing the hold of your right leg into a hamstring stretch. Drop your left leg to the floor. Deep breaths. You can support your head with one hand. You can even drop your head to the floor when you're doing this hamstring stretch, but you want to bring your chin in so that you're not cutting off the back of your neck, okay? Or if you need to, you can put a pillow or a blanket underneath your head so that your neck is in alignment. Deep breaths. Okay, grab a hold of the right foot, pulling it towards your head. Okay, so again, if you have knee injuries, okay, a knee injury, this might not feel so great. And if it and if it doesn't feel so great, if there's pain, that's an indication that you need to back off, right? So, just taking it to here, if that feels better for a modification, okay? Okay, then we're going to place our right foot at the top of our left femur head, dropping our knee downwards towards our left foot. And just go as far as what's manageable into this. You don't want to force anything. So it's sort of like a downwards pigeon stretch. Deep Dirga breaths, breathing into your belly, your ribs, your upper chest, and then exhaling from the top down. Okay, now place your right foot on your left thigh, and we're going to go into a spinal twist. So grabbing a hold of your right knee, outstretching your right arm, and then just dropping your knee over to the left side. Letting gravity take over. To your right shoulder drop. To your right knee drop. Deep Dirga breaths. Look towards your right arm, or you can look at the ceiling for a neutral neck position. That feels better on your neck. Okay, rolling onto your back, bring your right knee to your chest. That knee to chest stretch. And then placing your right foot on your left thigh, we're going to go into a glute stretch, grabbing behind your left leg. Okay, so if this is too far for your knee or your hip, you can drop your foot to the floor and have a glute stretch here. Okay, and if you want to take it a little further, you can wrap your hands around your shin. Okay, so there's 3 glute muscles. There's your gluteus maximus, your gluteus minimus, and your gluteus medius, which is what we're focusing a lot on today, which is part of your outer thigh, connected to your hip and your outer thigh muscles, your abductors. Okay, so this is where we're largely getting the stretches in the gluteus medius. Deep breaths. Okay, let's switch. Grabbing a hold of your left leg, drop your right leg to the floor into a hamstring stretch. Deep breaths. Okay, grabbing a hold of your left foot, pulling it towards you. Okay, as much as manageable. And then placing your left foot at the top of your right femur head, dropping your knee downwards towards your right foot into that downwards pigeon stretch. Okay, and then placing your left foot on your right thigh, we're going to go into a spinal twist, grabbing a hold of your left knee, dropping your knee over to the right side, looking at your left arm. Let gravity take over. Deep breaths. Okay, and then rolling onto your back, bringing your left knee to your chest. Okay, grabbing hold of your left foot, place it on your right thigh, coming into that glute stretch, grabbing behind your right leg. Okay, and then release. Grabbing underneath your knees, we're going to come up to a seated position and we're going to roll like a ball. So pressing off with your heels, just getting some momentum going, and just do the best you can. Roll a work in progress. Masterpieces in the making. Okay, we're going to come up to a seated position. Okay, moving your sits bones back, the bones underneath your buttocks, sitting up nice and tall. If it's more comfortable for you, you can straighten your legs, or you can sit on a cushion, which will lift your hips up higher. Or you can also support underneath your knees with cushions or pillows as well. Okay, so there's lots of options there if it's uncomfortable or painful for you to sit in a cross-legged position. Okay, so hands on your knees. We're going to do some waist circles, circling at the waist, leading with the chest, just letting gravity take over, finding that natural whirling pattern. Matching your breath to the movement, inhaling up, exhaling down. Okay, and then let's reverse direction, going the other way. Coming as far forward as you can. Okay, coming to the center, let your upper body fall forward, let gravity take over. So it's not about straining or reaching, it's allowing your body to fall forward as far as it goes. Okay, deep breaths. Breathing into your belly and your lower back. Okay, let's walk it up, vertebrae by vertebrae to an upright position. And then dropping your left ear to your shoulder, letting gravity take over. Then placing your left hand on your head, gently inhale up with your right arm up to shoulder level, lengthening out through your fingertips. Deep breaths. Exhale, lower your arm. Bring your head to the center. And then drop your right ear to your shoulder. Placing your right hand on your head. Inhale up with your left arm. Lengthen out through your fingertips. Deep breaths. Exhale, lower your arm. Bring your head to the center. Drop your chin to your chest. Hands behind your head, just letting the weight of your hands rest on your head. Inhale, open your chest, elbows out, look up. Exhale, round. Stretching between your shoulder blades and your thoracic spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Dropping your hands to the floor. Slide your hands along the floor into temple. Pull your navel in. Inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale down into prayer. Again, slide your hands along the floor. Inhale up. Exhale down into prayer. One more. Slide your hands along the floor. Inhale up. Exhale down into prayer. Okay, arms out to the sides. Let's do a great big sun breath. Inhale up. Exhale behind your head, your shoulders, down your spine to the base of your spine where Shakti resides. Pull it around. Inhale up from the earth. Lift. Hold your breath. Squeeze. And release. Again, inhale up. Exhale behind your head, your shoulders, down your spine to the base of your spine. Pull it around. Inhale up from the earth to your heart. Hold, inhale. Hold your breath. Squeeze. And release. Again, inhale up. Exhale behind your head, your shoulders, down your spine to the base of your spine. Pull it around. Inhale up from the earth, up to your heart. Inhale. Hold your breath. Squeeze. And release. Nice. Okay, roll your shoulders back, loosening up your shoulder joints. And then some arm circles. Inhale up. Exhale back. Two more. Last one. Okay, rotate your elbows, your wrists, your thumbs, your fingers, all those joints. And then the other way. Okay, we're going to do rock the baby. So grabbing a hold of your right foot, try to get that knee hooked into the elbow and your foot hooked into the elbow as best as you can. So, you know, you just want to do the best you can without hurting yourself. That's the most important part. And if you're feeling the stretch in your hips, then that's what we're aiming for. Just loosening up that hip, that outer hip. The gluteus medius. Okay, and then your other leg, because you have twins, okay? And just rocking back and forth. Okay, and then releasing, feet wide apart. We're going to flop back and forth, just opening up the hips. Coming as far as you can over to one side, then over to the other side. Okay, and then coming up on one knee and one hand into a great big cat stretch. Lengthening out through your fingers and toes. Reaching for the wall over your head. And then reach for the ceiling if you want to take it into a core balance, just lifting that leg up off the floor as much as you can. Deep breaths. Okay, other side. Lengthening out through your fingers and toes. Reach for the ceiling. Lifting your leg up off the floor. Deep breaths. Okay, let's come to all fours. And we're going to go into cat and cow. So rounding your back, pull your navel in, bring your chin into cat. And then inhaling up into cow. Lift your sits bones. Roll your shoulder blades back. Exhaling into cat. Try rocking back a little as you come into cat. And then as you come into cow, try rocking forward a little bit. Exhaling into cat. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. This time rock all the way back into child's pose. Open your knees wide to allow your forehead to sink into the mat. You can support your forehead with your fists. Okay, if you can't quite get down that low. Lengthen out through your fingertips. Okay, look at your hands. Spread your fingers wide. Okay, we're going to go into downward dog, so you need to adjust your hands first. Okay, this is the foundation of your posture. Rolling your palms inward, putting the pressure on your thumb joints and the heels of your palm. Okay, curl your toes under, come up into bear. Knees are hovering above the floor a couple of inches. Deep breath. Inhale up into downward dog. Okay, your feet can be close together or they can be wider apart. If your legs are wider apart, you might find it easier to go deeper into the posture. And then just pressing one heel at a time into the mat. Stretching your calves and your legs and your hips out. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Okay, so coming into downward dog, letting your heels drop as far as they go. Okay, lengthening out through your sits bones, energizing out through your sits bones. Let your head drop, let gravity take over. Deep Dirga breaths. Stay with your breath. Close your eyes and go inward if you can. Putting all your awareness on your breath. To hold this posture for 5 breaths,
5 full Dirga breaths is a good goal. Okay, if you can hold it longer than that, great. If you can only hold it for a couple of breaths, just come out, take a break. You can always come back in. Okay, and then just coming out into child's pose when you're ready.
Okay. We're going to come up on our heels, curl our toes under, come up onto your toes, lift your hips to the ceiling. Let your upper body hang forward. Let your head drop, your arms drop. And we're just going to swing side to side, feeling that looseness. Then coming to the center, grab a hold of your elbows, let your elbows drop, your head drop. Deep Dirga breaths. Okay, grounding your feet into the mat. Bend your knees, pull your navel in, walk it up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Okay, using your core, just being aware when you're coming out of these forward folds of being aware of your lower back. Lengthening out through your fingertips. Inhale. Exhale out your mouth. The cleansing breaths. 2 more. And exhale down into prayer. Okay, feet together. Let's do some knee rotations, rotating our knee joints one way, and then the other way. Okay, and then feet wider than your hips. We're going to do some hip circles in one hip, and then forward into the other hip, and then back, loosening up our hip joints. Okay, and then the other way. Okay, and then feet together. We're going to come into a back extension. So come up into tempo. Okay. For a modification, you can put your hands on your lower back to support your lower back. Okay. We're going to roll our tailbone in. Okay. Unlock your knees. Okay. Engage your glutes. So squeeze your buttocks together to protect your lower back. Okay. Lifting the chest to the ceiling. If you want to take it a little further, you're in tempo. And your arms are in line with your ears, right? So if I drop my head back like this, my head would not be in line with my ears. So just being aware of that so that you're lengthening your neck out through the crown of your spine, elongating your neck. Deep Dirga breaths. Inhale as you come out, keeping those glutes engaged to protect your lower back, and then releasing the glutes. You're no longer in a back extension anymore. Okay, so feet wide apart. We're going to turn our left foot towards the end of the mat. And we're going to come into a lunge, knee and ankle in a straight line. Okay? So the heel of your left foot goes right down the center arch of your right foot. Your right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Then we're going to roll our tailbone in so our pelvis is upright, not back here somewhere. And then open towards the camera. Okay, so we're opening that right hip. And then if the knee rolls inwards, which mine has a tendency to do, just open that knee to your second toe. Opening that right hip. Opening that left knee. Okay, ground your feet into the mat. Isometrically drawing your thighs together. Pull your navel in. Arms up to shoulder level. Shoulders back and down. Nice and loose. Okay, we're going to inhale up. Bring our hands together. Straighten your left leg. Exhale down into that lunge. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Exhale down. Hold it here into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So open that left knee to your second toe. Okay, pull your navel in, shoulders back and down. Okay, look right down your middle finger. That's your drishti point, your dharma, your path. Deep dirga breaths. Okay, you want to look up a little. Just a little bit of attitude there. Like you're surfing, legs first. Okay? Rather than this kind of like this upper body first or head first, you want to legs first and you want to lean back a little bit. Deep dirga breaths. Okay, we're going to turn towards the right foot, coming into a lunge. Knee and ankle in a straight line. So if your knee is going over your ankle, it looks like this. Okay, you can't even see your foot. So that's overloading your knee joint. So just adjusting the knee and ankle accordingly. Okay, heel of your right foot goes right down the center of your left foot. Roll your tailbone in. Open up your hips. Opening up that left hip. Opening up that right knee to your second toe. Pull your navel in. Isometrically draw your thighs together. Nice strong base. Inhale up to shoulder level. Shoulders back and down. Nice and loose. Right? Notice where your shoulders are. Are they up here? Just let that go. Okay. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Okay, hold it here. Into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Look right down your middle finger. That's your drishti point. Deep dirga breaths. Okay, we're going to go into some balancing postures. So we'll start on our right foot. Okay, you can find a spot near the wall if you like for some extra support. It's all good. As long as you're balancing on that right foot, you're getting the benefits of the balancing postures. You know, even if you do have some extra support there. And it's good to have the wall there just in case you need it. Okay, so rooting your right foot into the mat. Find your drishti point, a spot on your floor that you focus on for balance. Okay, we're going to bring the left knee up into that Karate Kid posture. Deep breaths. And just coming in as far into the balance as manageable. Like your foot can be down here. You're still balancing. Okay? So you want to take it to the point where you can manage it. You can hold the balance. If you want to take it a little further, if you want to take it up a notch, you can bring your knee to your chest. Or not. Okay. Place your left foot on your right thigh into a tree-like posture, opening up your hips. If you want to take it a little further, you can grab a hold of your left foot, bring it up to the top of your femur head. Okay, dropping the knee downwards like that downwards pigeon stretch we were doing earlier, horizontally. This is like the vertical version. And if that's too far, then just down here is good. Okay? And then we're going to come in to a half squat. Really opening up those glutes. Okay? Deep breaths. Just holding this for as long as you can. Coming out when you're ready. Okay, and when you come out, just shake your feet out, loosening up those ankles. Okay, we're going to switch to the left foot, rooting your left foot into the floor. Find your drishti point on the floor. Bring your right knee up. If you want to take it a little further, you can bring your knee to your chest. And then placing your right foot on your left thigh, opening the hips up to a tree-like posture. If you want to take it a little further, you can, or not. And then coming down into a half squat. Okay, and then shake it out. Okay, we're going to go into Yoga Mudra. You can use a belt with Yoga Mudra if you like, or not. Okay, we're going to feet wide apart, and there's the standing version and the kneeling version. So we're going to intertwine our fingers and draw our knuckles towards the floor, drawing your shoulder blades back and down. Okay, pull your navel in, hinge forward at the hips, lift your knuckles to the ceiling. Now, if you can't quite get your knuckles up there, if you have like a shoulder impingement or injury, you can use the belt to slide your hands along the belt so that you can open up your chest, your shoulder girdle.
Let your head drop. Let gravity take over. Close your eyes. This is a lowering of the ego of the mind to the wisdom of the heart. Deep Dirga breaths. The kneeling version, a little bit more support for your back and your head. A lot of blood being rushed to your head, so if you feel dizzy at all, this kneeling version might be a better version for you, or just come out early altogether, because this is an inversion. So just be careful with that if you tend to get dizzy. Okay.
And when you're ready to come out, we're going to come down onto the mat and we're going to go into the pigeon. So you might need a rolled up blanket to put underneath your hips. If you've never done this posture before, or if your hips are tight. Okay, so we're going to start by going into downward dog. Lift your hips to the ceiling. Inhale, lift your left leg up off the floor, three-legged dog. Okay, and then we're going to bring our left knee in between our hands and then bring your left foot over to the side. Okay, so you want to get that left foot over to the side, but if it feels like if you have some knee issues and it feels like you're tweaking your knee joint, then don't do that, okay? So just you can align your foot with your knee, and that might feel better on your knee joint, okay? If not, you can lie. Another option is you can lie on your back and do the glute stretch that we were doing at the beginning of the class, okay? So, and then adjust your right leg back as far as you can. Lay your foot down. Center your hips so that you're not over on one hip. Okay, you want to center your hips. And if your hip doesn't quite reach the floor, like mine, okay, you can put a blanket underneath your hip. Or not, okay? We're going to go into restorative pigeon. So we're just going to drop it down to the floor. And you can drop your forehead onto your fists or block or rolled up blanket or towel. Or you can take it right down, dropping your forehead right to the floor. And just letting gravity take over. Deep Dirga breaths. Okay, we're going to walk it up onto our fingertips into a full pigeon. So this is a pretty intense hip opening. So at any time, if it feels like it's too much, come out and take a break. Okay? It's all good. Okay, lift your chest, shoulders back. Deep Dirga breaths. Okay, there's lots of pigeons to choose from. If you want to take it further, you can take it into a balanced pigeon, starting with your hands on your knee to get used to the balance, or hands up here, or here, or in a yoga mudra pigeon. Or you can even take it further, but just be very, very careful if you go any further into this posture, just taking it very slowly, one step at a time, right? Okay? So if you are going this far, you're just lifting your leg up very, very slowly. Okay? Not take your time, and if it doesn't feel right, then don't go that far.
Okay, so just finding your pigeon. Lots of pigeons to choose from. Okay, and when you come out, curl your back toe under, and then just coming up into downward dog, stretching that leg out. Okay, when you're ready, lift your right leg up off the floor, three-legged dog. Bring your right knee in between your hands and your right foot over to the side. Okay, just as far as what's manageable. Okay, centering your hips, slide that left leg back, lay your foot down. Okay, and then coming into the restorative pigeon, just letting gravity take over. Deep Dirga breath. Okay, and then just finding your pigeon. You could stay in restorative pigeon if you like, or coming into the full pigeon. Or any of the balanced pigeons. Okay, and when you're ready to come out, right back to under, up in a downward dog, just stretching that leg out. And then eventually coming into child's pose when you're ready. Okay, now we're going to roll over onto our backs, bringing your knees to your chest into the supine child. And any stretch or movement that you'd like to do to end with before we end in stillness, now's a good time to do it. Okay. Restorative frog is pretty nice. Bring the bottoms of your feet together, knees out. Dropping your feet to the floor, letting your knees fall outwards. Letting gravity take over, which is a really gentle way of just realigning your pelvis. And you can put cushions or pillows underneath your knees as well, just to support your legs. Drawing your shoulder blades down your spine, palms up. Deep Dirga breaths.
Okay, and then lengthening out one leg at a time, elongating out through your toes, elongating your legs, lengthening your legs, drawing your arms down your sides, palms up. Let gravity take over. Letting everything sink into the floor, into the mat, feeling the security of the earth. Let your heels sink into the mat. Let your feet fall to the sides. The backs of your legs melt into the floor. Your hips. The backs of your arms melt into the floor. Let your fingers relax, release, let go. The back of your shoulders and the back of your head become heavy, sinking into the mat. Let all the tension in your face slowly roll off your face like liquid honey onto the floor. Any tension in between your eyebrows, around your eyes, just let it roll off your face onto the floor. Tension around your mouth, your jaw, just let it go slack. Let your lips slightly part. And then just bringing your chin in a little so you're lengthening your neck. Also, you can put a cushion or a rolled up towel underneath your head as well if you have a tendency to lift your chin up this way. Okay, just bringing your chin in, lengthening the back of your neck. Just letting everything melt into the floor. And following your breath as you inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. Letting your belly rise and fall like waves of the ocean. Rising and then falling. Letting your breath roll across your body like waves. Waves of liquid light washing over your entire body. Sending healing light and breath to every corner of your body. Okay, slowly coming up to the surface, wiggling your fingers and toes and your head from side to side, slowly waking your body up. And then eventually rolling over onto your side into the fetal position. And then eventually making your way to a seated position. Just take your time. No rush. And bring your hands into prayer. And then lower your lips to your fingertips. Just taking a moment to listen to your heart and what you can take with you from this practice today out there into the world. Okay, and rubbing your hands together, creating some really nice energy. And then placing your hands gently over your face and your eyes, just to soothe the optical nerves. Om Shanti. Namaste. Namaste Ji, with honor. Thank you very much for joining me today. Hi, Mom. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Much appreciated. And also we have a donation link below if you want to check that out. Okay, so thank you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.